Hello and welcome to the Legends Live recap of Legend Mania 7. I'm Adam, Box Wine Italiano.
And I'm Chet, the Cret Bird.
In this broadcast, we aim to review the highlights and high moments of Legend Mania 7, which took place on Saturday, July 14th.
Yeah, Legend Mania 6 proved to be a pivotal moment in setting up important matches for this freemium live event. Let's see how these stories continue.
We started off this event with a banger. Bones Rush was vacated of both the VIP and Stampion titles as he went on his PR journey.
So we would soon find out who the new VIP champion would become, as 20 of the VIPs were entered into Rumble for the vacant title.
Really? Each person entered would be a worthy champion, as they are all very important people.
You know, I think that's why they call them VIPs.
Well, let's fast forward to the final three in the match, which saw Lady Hecate, Bone Glove, and Stormin' Norman in the ring.
What was crazy about the finale to this match is Lady Hecate saved Norm from Bone Glove, eliminating him. And what does he do? He returns a favor by throwing her out of the ring. Oh, Norm. Oh my gosh. Bone Glove then hit him with his devastating Breath of the Wild.
Norm caught a second breath as he countered the throw to the ropes. Norm, using the tactical artillery strike, claimed victory over the 19 other VIPs.
And you know what the crazy part about all this is? This is not the end of Normandy's Legend Mania 7 run, but more on that in a bit.
Just like Norm, we are just getting started.
One of the most exciting inclusions for Legend Mania 7 was the inclusion of the female body type wrestler. The Legend Mania Council selected 5 featured wrestlers to put on full display this brand new feature.
Traywin as a full-on Dragon Witch. Bunny Delight debuting her shadow side, as you know, Shadow Bunny.
My God.
Millennial Engineer throwing it back to the 70s. Ella Grata displaying her pyromantic powers. And Skara making her debut as the badass Full House 90s throwback.
Wow, so the stipulation for this match was a no DQ match, which means there are no rope breaks, no countouts, and most importantly, no mercy, because weapons, foreign objects, and dirty tricks were allowed.
As a reminder, Mailbox Live does not carry health insurance for the injuries sustained within this match. With the news, everyone seemed to be keeping their distance from Shadow Delight and her affinity for shovels. But Skara started by chucking a chair at Bunny.
It's the craziest thing. You know, I think she learned that technique from watching one of Mr. Pepper's streams. Total chaos the whole time. Weapons, women, and wombo combos flying both inside and outside of that ring.
And wombo combos there were. In the end, Skara jumped into the full house that was the ring, hit Traywin with the nostalgia factor, and pinned her to win this exhibition.
My God, the crowd was so electric for each of these competitors, and they would carry on that excitement and energy for the next match.
You think it's the end of this matchup here?
It's the end of our investment and money we had set aside for Band-Aids.
Well, we're gonna need more shovels. One of the hottest titles to be fought over are the Male Tag Championships at Legend Mania.
Yeah, well, there's 2 belts, so there's gonna be more people fighting for them. That's just basic math.
Well, regardless, the power couple of Adeline Archer and JT was seemingly impossible to overcome. But would a new challenge prove to be their shortcoming?
So with Mr. Pepper slated to be featured in a match later on in the card, we had Siege the Day substitute himself in with Peepser Boy to create the temporary and powerful team known as Siege the Peepers.
And another powerful couple that looked to obtain some gil, the Final Fantasy Bros, Mud Veins and Sean DeBomb. Surely, with all these powerful teams in the ring at the same time, the gold would change hands. Surely.
Shirley. But don't call me Shirley, and believe it or not, no. The Founding Fathers found a way to clearly establish themselves high and above the rest.
JT and Addy hit the 1-2 honeymoon punch on Shonda Bong for the pinfall and retainment of their gold and the retainment of their marriage.
Some people go to marriage counselings, other people, Legend Mania. But you know,
is that your best joke?
Well, maybe Sean had his head in the clouds.
Tifa?
Tifa. No, Tifa! One of the most exciting matches at every Legend Mania is the featured streamer invitational. 6 streamers from around Twitch communities are invited to show their stuff and make their name known at these Legend Manias.
Jay Skittles took the form of a giant ghost bee from Elden Ring. Jericho J plays in an iconic Resident Evil Sailor DLC suit. HK plays sporting her newly acquired Chozo suit from Metroid, while Zelda Jiff as a Peter Pan NES Link.
Link, yeah.
Stephen Lee as Ash Ketchum, and Connor Rietta as her PNG tuber model. Boof.
With the powerhouses in the ring, we can only just go to the highlights of this. So Stephen Lee eliminated Canarietta early on in the match. HK, she took out Zelda GIF World. Jay Skittles, GIF, eliminated HK Plays. And rhyming partner here, Stephen Lee, eliminated Jericho J Plays.
Jay Skittles claimed her victory when she inflicted Stephen Lee with the Dark Soul Siphon to win in her debut. I still can't get over the fact that she chose this form to debut for us.
Well, you know what they say, beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
I really hate you sometimes.
Love you too, buddy.
Next, we look to the Men's Rumble, which usually is the finale for Legend Mania, but today, it is one of the first matches.
Like eating dessert before dinner. What a treat.
I want pancakes for dinner. I mean, with so many participants, it would be impossible to go over the highlights of each wrestler. Instead, we are going to just fast forward to the final 3.
You won't believe this, but Bone Glove again in another final 3. The Legend Mania 5 Rumble winner himself, Stephen Lee, who almost won the Invitational just a minute ago, being one of the featured streamers, and Siege the Day, and Perry's embracing the power of the frog.
Each person had a claim to make as to why they deserved this win, and they went out for it. Siege took initiative and knocked the daylights out of Bone Glove.
Staring down Siege, it wasn't clear, but I think Stephen Lee thought that Siege was some sort of new Pokemon fusion hybrid thing. Maybe like a Greninja from... Anyway, while he was busy figuring him out, Siege took the opportunity, frog leaped onto him, hit him with the Helldiver, and claimed his first ever Legend Mania Rumble victory.
Siege took a hold of the opportunity given to him and sieged the moment.
Hey!
I could do pun too. What a tremendous moment for Legend Mania history.
It's almost like you are a pundit.
This is unbelievable.
Oh my gosh, are we gonna punish everyone here right now, off script?
Pun bully.
Pun bully? Are you bullying me? Okay, we thought the nightmares were over, but man, were we wrong. Even though Freddy Fazbear and Dolores were beaten at Legend Mania 6, their offspring children things swung by and looked to get some revenge.
Big Steve was unable to help Bone Glove as he was off making some pasta delight, and so Bone Glove called in a favor from a man who has experience fighting demons?
So with Berg's expertise in fighting demons, little ones, Bone Glove's experience, would they be able to overcome these atrocities?
Blow after blow, punch after punch, quote after quote. The hits kept coming, and they don't stop coming.
Ferg kept his own and kept Balloon Boy busy outside and pummeled him down. While Bone Glove hit a fantastic rendition of the Breath of the Wild to secure the victory.
One has to wonder where all these horror icons are coming from, and why are they all here at Legend Mania?
That's a good point, and whatever the case, regardless of their plans, Bone Glove will always have the upper hand and a bone to pick with them.
Are you proud of yourself for all these puns? If you remember from our last BoxCenter, the recently retired Top 10 mod belt was recreated into the Legacy belt. Super Will is trying to make a name for himself by challenging a community favorite in Overlord Hamster.
And this was a match, like, it was pretty even throughout the whole time, each competitor exchanging their favorite moves and some of their favorite cheers to build up their reputation and legacy.
In the end, Super Will added onto his legacy by hitting Hamster with the Night Bot to get the 3 count.
This leaves an incredible opportunity for someone in the community to challenge Super Will for his title. Already, people are rumoring and making murmurs that they want in at the next Legend Mania for this title.
We may have to have some form of a qualifying match to see who would be the first in line to face Will and challenge for his legacy.
Wow. After the humbling experience that was Raps v Diane 1, will we see a repeat in this rematch? Or would Miss the Champ Diane live up to her namesake?
Already from this match, we could see Miss Diane was better prepared. Oftentimes, she had complete control over the match and even used some weapons to inflict massive damage on Raps.
However, I don't know if there's something magical in those dragon scales, but Raps just has her number, as she took Miss Diane on the Dragon's Flight and Dragon's Dive to get that second win.
What does Miss Diane have to do to get that win against Raps?
I don't know if she could even get a win.
Unless
what?
We shall see.
Ooh.
With Bone's second title being vacated, GM Critical selected 4 participants who were #1 contenders to cash in their ticket for this match.
Yeah, Mr. Pepper, winner of Legend Mania 6 Rumble, entered the match. Rangerous, the most recent champion, was allowed to enter the match as well.
And following the exciting finale and fueled of Normandy and Joe Denny, they both were added to this match.
This was a massive Fatal 4-Way match, in which the first one to get a pinfall or submission would be crowned the new championship champion. At the end of the match, we saw Joe Denny getting ready to seize his opportunity and setting up Rangerous for his finish.
Normandy again showing exceptional skill and cunning action. Hit Mr. Pepper with the Alabama Slammer for a quick hit and a sneaky 1, 2, 3 to become a double champion.
My God, he is really taking the inspiration from Bones and leaving Legend Mania as a double champion.
Well, you know what they say, when Storm and Norman's coming to town, you best get running.
Can you outrun a storm?
I don't think so, but I don't think we've seen such dominance at a Legend Mania before.
We have not.
In our second main event, we saw the return of Blockbuster Box and Hotbox to bring more terror on Malebox and his Legend Mania community.
That's right, with these consecutive wins, Malebox had to find some way to overcome these incredibly powerful and good-looking Boxonas to regain order from them.
As we saw in the opening package, Malebox made a literal deal with the devil and asked Blue Critical for the power to overcome the Boxonas, and created a new Boxona known as Redbox.
I mean, he's not really the devil. That's a bit presumptuous to say.
The crowd was engaged, to say the least, with this, as more was at stake than a win on their record. Questions that needed answered were asked. Can Mailbox Live survive another victory for Hotbox and Blockbuster Box? Can Blue Critical ever get a win at Legend Mania?
You know, we had our answers as Blue Critical hit the jump scare on Blockbuster Box, and then Redbox followed it up with the sun visor to secure the victory.
It should be noted that Blue Critical was probably the best tag partner for Redbox, as he spent the majority of the match keeping Hotbox in a tight embrace.
I mean, he must have had a lot of practice with that.
Right. For our final event, 20 wrestlers donning their new personas entered the ring in hopes of becoming the first ever Tifi champion. This belt was inspired by the love and adoration of Tifi that the Mailbox community share.
Well, what about the Aerith love?
Exactly. What about the Aerith? I mean, yeah, we like Tifi on Mailbox Live and have a Tifi belt. So let's move forward again and see who made it to the final three, shall we?
Oh. Radiation Hamster, Lady Hecate, and Banana the Muffin remained the last three in the ring. Hamster stood by and watched as Lady Hecate eliminated Banana the Muffin.
She also may have been catching her breath from the matches earlier tonight. As you know, she was in 2 previous matches.
Well, and one could wonder, with all the experience that Hamster has, would it be enough, even though she was in 2 matches before, to overcome Lady Death herself?
Unfortunately, it was not meant to be, as Lady Hecate eliminated Hamster to become the first ever Tifi champion.
I mean, Hecate had kind of an advantage having 3 faces in the, instead of 1. But you know what? That's what you get when you face someone with 3 faces.
Face off.
Face off.
We want to thank you all for watching our review of Legend Mania 7.
As always, a huge thank you to everyone in the community for letting us create this show and spend time with you all. A special shout out to the community members who helped with the character creation, the designs, the art, the hype, sharing the message, and just kicking all the ass.
Until next time, I'm Adam, Box Wine Italiano.
And I'm Chet, the Cret Bird.